We live? Deathrax, hello. Hello, hellos. Good morning, good morning. Or, well, good time zone to wherever you're at. Welcome in, welcome in. It is Super Secret Gaming Hours, aka I slept for 4 hours, woke up and was like wide awake. So, of course, introductions. My name is Ruin, and I am the Archsage for Arcanum Exodius, our humble little library on this corner of the internet. Welcome. So we're gonna play some Cult of the Lamb together. It's not necessarily ASMR gaming, but it's more chill. It's way more chill. Whatcha? I said be gone. There we go. Let's get some. Hello, Deathrax, though. Hello. Who else do we have in here? Or is it just too early? Too early. Or too late? Or two's time zone? So, I don't know. I was just like, I feel like streaming. Let's stream. Actually, Cult of the Lamb is good music. Speaking of, oh, we're still set up for the hand cam from last night. Do do do. Oh, ba-ba-dum, ba-dum. Forgive me. You get to see a bit of shame here. The shame. The shame. Oh, there we are. Watch cha cha. Oh, watch cha cha. Interesting, interesting. Like, what am I seeing in the background? Alrighties. Boom. There. Now we look proper. Now we look proper. Although you do get to see a little bit of the setup here. So like, so debut Chibi. Let's go through announcements here. Yep, Chibi debut inches closer and closer. Um, Model is fully done. Every last toggle, everything. What we're waiting on. So I'm going to be really explicit on what we're waiting on. Is gotta remember how to play this. You know, we'll do something I normally don't do, but let's see if it'll let me. Sometimes OBS doesn't want to cooperate. Other times it's like, yeah, we good, fam. What? There we go. I've been debating about this because I've seen other people like go into a more minimalistic route for their setups. Okay. And there we are. Kill Hecate and Inara. Okay. Gotta remember how to do this. Well, before I go off and go do things, I should probably feed all you rascals. But yes, the Chibi debut is inching closer and closer and closer. The Chibi is totally done. Totally. So what we're waiting for is the backgrounds to be finished. As I've talked about this, the library is going to get a bit of an upgrade. And nothing against how it looks currently. How it looks currently is actually pretty good. I do like the look currently, but it's going to change. The backgrounds to be finished. A couple emotes are going to be finished. I don't know if we'll end up uploading all of them. No, actually. Doggo didn't. I went to sleep. I went to sleep. I woke up and I was just like wide awake. Like I slept for like 3 or 4 hours. Um, let's see. Plugins working, right? Yep, everything should be working. Ooh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Uh, body pit, check, check, check. Cooking fire, check. But good to see you all. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, we'll still be streaming later though. So like, and actually your fun science fact of the day, studies have shown that that's how humans naturally sleep. So like when you take people, what do you need? Glorious leader, the base is... Okay. I don't want to sell any of this stuff. I want it. How do I take it? What if I don't want to sell it? Yeah, no worries. So like studies have shown that um when people are like taken out of light-induced environments like cities and stuff like that, like so you take people back into the wild, what ends up happening is our natural sleep patterns, and this is actually backed by the historical record, is that we sleep for like 4 hours, are awake for like 2 or 3, and then sleep for like 4. And that's actually backed by the historical record, which is really cool. Because if you read people's journals back during when all we had was candlelight, when there was no electricity or anything like that, um, they like I can't remember what the actual term was for it off the top of my head, but like they're am I doing a dumb? I am doing a dumb. Whoops. Okay, so those are Rawr! It's been a while since I've played this, but I've been wanting to play a new roguelike because I'm like done with Slay the Spire, and I'm like, oh wait a moment. Hold on, I got distracted by the discords. Got distracted by boom. Robeat? Wait. Oh, I see what happens. I see what happens. Shooty rhythm roguelike. Robobeat? You have my attention. Owl, DM me that. Owl, do this! Owl, do that! Owl! Another day for the sage. I do love you, Owl. I know we go back and forth on some things, but like really and truly. I do love you. apologize. Alright, I do apologize. Oh, that's actually really cool. Dealing with something in DMs, so we're gonna have to put a pin on that, and then I didn't mean to quit out of the game. Let me pull up the Cult of the Lamb, and there we go. Okay. Alrighties. And there we go. That's backing up. Come on. Be a good OBS. What do you mean you can't pick it up? Bad OBS. Bad. Do I have to send you to the corner? I'll send you to the corner. I'm like this close on switching over to Stream Elements. It's been way more of a hassle. More people use Stream Elements than Streamlabs, I have found out. I have found out that way more people use Stream Elements. To the point where like some custom artwork that I commissioned. Okay. There. To the part where like some custom artwork I commissioned only works with Stream Elements. Which I haven't been able to show you guys that, but so okay, so we'll actually use I'll talk about it. I'm not gonna show it off, but I'll talk about it. So you know how my Nintendo Switch, like how I've had that up for forever, and it's like 0% funded, like that progress bar for like Throne. I commissioned my own custom progress bars a few months ago. Okay, this is stuff I don't think I've even talked to Owl about. My goodness, my goodness, we are doing daring things. Okay, I'm really confused. Because I don't want to sell. I want to collect. I want to harvest. Oh, they're all starving too. But yeah, the artist. I hide a lot from you, Owl. Okay? I hide. You would not believe the amount of stuff I hide from you. Not because I don't trust you. Oh, I absolutely do. But because I know that if I tell you, you're going to veto it. Alrighties. Do. Ah, yeah. Nah, yeah. Ooh. Ooh, that's actually really good. Speed dial. Who cares? But, yeah. So, the artist actually, did it so that way it only works in stream elements, because she just assumes that whenever anyone is a streamer who comes to her, they use stream elements. So I gotta figure out how to make it work in Streamlabs, because neither one of us knows how to. But yeah, Chibi is almost done. I think Owl's seen the Chibi. I think I've showed it to Owl. Maybe. I don't know. What is this nonsense? Let me in! 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 I want to come in! Let me in! Chibi is actually done. Chibi is actually fully done. Yeah, I don't remember on my middle of the night waking up brainy either. Let me in! I can't even leave! Interesting. Interesting, interesting, interesting. So anyways, let's kind of talk about this game real quick. Let me know if the integration's not working. I'm pretty sure I have it up and running. So like, if you guys want to join in. But yeah. Backgrounds are being worked on. The intro screen is being worked on. That's probably going to be done in about 2 weeks. Okay, that's the one that's probably going to take the longest. We're going to have a new intro screen. And it's really, really cool. Really pretty. Really pretty, the style. But yeah, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, as I was saying earlier though, I woke up. I'm actually a little hungry, so that might be it too. Like, sometimes, so here's your other fun science fact. Okay, so this is probably the way we're supposed to go. So in the great RPG rules, increase curse attack damage, enemies have a chance to drop a fish. Let's get fishy. Anywho, oh, where were we? I don't know. What are you? Oh. When we arrive, we realize we don't know how to find menticide mushrooms. Yeah, so like really it's just down to like, cause everything else for the debut is ready. Cause originally the plan was to debut on the 8th or the 9th, but the background artist got back to me and was like, hey, I don't think I can make that. I need a bit more time. And if nothing else, all non-owl artists I treat really, really well. Really, really well. Oh my goodness. We're just gonna... I'm not gonna have a manager by the end of this stream. It'll be worth it though. The comedy will be worth it. Uh... Interesting. Interesting. We shall have to stop by after this. Okay, but do I have the option? Oh! Violence is the solution! I found menticide mushrooms! I found them! I found them. Ah, yes. I'm like, can I kill them anyways? Sometimes violence is the solution. I mean, it's this game. Violence should be the solution. What is this? 5 points of pentagram. 5 portents of doom. Doom. 5 stiblings stood abreast, 5 gods, and 1 tomb. Shamua, we do not wish to bother you, but Shamua, the Red Crown goes stronger by the day. Already succeed where he has failed before. Fleshy has been slain. 5 becomes 4, becomes 3, becomes 2, becomes 1, becomes nothing. Shamura, rest. We will do this, won't we? Calamar. Yes, sister, of course. Refuse. Oh, don't worry, you're next. You're next. You're next. You're next. I know you think you're hot stuff, but don't worry, we got you. Or is the VJJ face next? Is it the VJJ face? Like, it's not just me, right? Like that one on the left has a really sussy face, right? Oh. Okay, so the sword. Gotcha, 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 gotcha. I thought the sword was in another weapon. Alright, 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 alright. Okay, okay, I think I'm slowly starting to remember this. Maybe, hopefully. Okay. Well, we came, we saw, we conquered. We came again. Ooh. Acquired forest flooring. Nice. Bring nature to you. I like that. That'll be a good decoration. Fine. We'll take the path of pain. I am not deterred by never-ending violence. I thought we'd determine this when I found my menticide mushrooms. Stay down. Bad. Bad. Oh shit. Woo! Okay. Wow, those guys hit a little harder than I was expecting. Wee bit harder than what was expected. We're okay though. We're okay. We're okay. Everything's good. There we go. Give me your hearts. I need more hearts. See, I'm glad I'm not doing this as a mage playthrough. I really should. Just because that's kind of my vibe. But like, every time I've tried, I feel like I need more health. Just because like you take double damage. And that's tough. That's really tough. And the magic system in this, it's not that consistent. Okay. There. More! I feel like I'm eating, what is it, Smarties? Is it Smarties that's the candy? I don't know, I haven't had Smarties in like forever. What's the candy hearts, Pages? Do you guys know? Do you guys, what's the candy hearts? Like, I feel like I'm eating just a bunch of candy hearts. Like, dear Dark Elder God, I love you, wish you would die. Sincerely, Ruin. Not the first time I've done that, honestly. That's a long list of them. Oh, there we are. But if RPGs have taught me anything, Anything. Always cut down the grass because you'll find stuff. Oh. Alright, alright. Doing good, doing good. Doing good, come on. Come on. Hack, hack. Come on. Boom. There we go. There we go. Oh, we got a minnow. Nice. But where's my baby shark? Doo 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 doo. Baby shark. Doo 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 doo. Baby shark. Oh my goodness. I don't care. Flower necklace. Wonder what the flower necklace does. That's probably jewelry that you give to a follower or something. I'm starting to remember the mechanics of this. I think. So let's see. We'll probably do maybe a run or two of this and then switch games. But I don't know how long this stream. Like, this is not a planned stream. And we still have our... Interesting. I don't know what bargain I just went for. But some devil's bargain here. No! We had a shelter collapse. Barbatos has reached old age. Gasp. Uh-ohs. Uh-ohs. Okay. Okay. Follower meat? We don't engage in cannibalism around here. My goodness. At least not followers. Babies, yes. Cannibals, no. What is this bullet hell? This is a roguelike, not bullet hell. I don't play bullet hell games. Rawr! Most of bullet hell games, like, they feel almost luck-based. I don't know, everything's luck-based. There is a lot of skill to it, but also it's just, it can get really frustrating. Like, there's a sharper learning curve. Let's see, if there's an exit here, though, I'm probably going to need to take it. Like, we probably... Ooh, what's this? Bane Sword, nice. Death Sweep. Okay. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. R-E-C-Y-E-L-E, recycle! Oh, Rocko's Modern Life. What an anime. And not anime, what a 90s show. Okay. Steel Devotion. Let's see. This place definitely looks very touched by Nurgle. Ah, that's interesting. There's 4 gods that you're trying to overthrow, with a secret 5th god that they hate. I didn't make that connection until now. I am thoroughly convinced that the makers of this game are a fan of 40k. I am now incredibly convinced that the makers of this game are a fan of Warhammer 40k, which we'll probably play and stream sometime. I know Space Marine 2 is coming out. There's a bunch of 40k games yes, 40k, oh, it's so fabulous. Oh, snap. Nice. One shot, one kill. That was exactly what we needed when we needed it. I'll admit. But there's a bunch of 40k games. I'd love to introduce the pages, like you pages too, just because I think you'd absolutely love them. I know it's not something that we normally play around here, but yeah, I don't know. And then there's some more comfy, cozy games that they end up playing, and there's just too many games to play. Too many. Too many, so little time. I wonder how professional video game testers actually determine, like, what games are they going to play and what games are they not going to play. There has to be, like, a science or an art behind it, because, like, that is a profession, too. I don't know how you get into it. I think you have to have some coding or programming knowledge. Swing with intent. Let's see. I'm kind of digging the giant axe O'Doom, but let's oh yeah, okay. Yeah, the DPS is way higher. Is it? Yeah. Okay, so your speed is 2. Oh, now I'm just stuck. Now we're just stuck. Okay. We got it. No worries. We got this. Boom. See? All right. We're almost to the boss. But yes, I don't know. I think if we do an introduction to 40k, we're gonna start with that's a game that we haven't played in a while. I think that'll be a good game to kind of just chill with you guys sometime. Maybe after Sumire. Once we beat Sumire, I think we'll go back to Power Wash Simulator and just kind of relax and use that to kind of chill out. Chill out. What you yelling for? Lay back. It's all been done before, and you. Oh, nice. Let it be. Okay. Boss time. My devotion, not yours. Insult to injury, gotta destroy the statue. Right? And this is a spoiler. I do have that DLC. Come on. Here, children. Here. Boom. Got him. I do have that DLC. This is a bit of a spoiler, but apparently the last level, like from what I've read on the 40k Reddits, the last level to the 40k Power Wash Simulator is that you have to clean a Nurgle tank. And sweet, that thing's never. I don't care if you say it's clean. That thing is never coming clean. That thing is never. Oh, my goodness. Stop hopping about. What do we got? Divine Blast. Oh. Or Ichor Throne. Oh. Divine Blast. Let's go. RCYE, recycle. But yeah, I also like the fact that Power Wash Simulator, of all, like that game is such a comfy, cozy game. It's all about just kind of relaxing and chilling and just vibing. But yet there's 40k content to it. It's just like, I don't know whose idea it was. If there's someone at Games Workshop, if there's someone, but like whoever approached to, thank you. Just there's something inherently funny about it, but it's also like kind of accurate to the 40k universe. toss in like whoever does the power washing gets bopped at the end of it. And like, yeah, that's straight up what that's 40K for you. You surf number 5,432. Exactly. Okay, so that's how that works. Gotcha. You. Exactly. It shouldn't work, but it does, and we're happy for it. We really are. Alright, so up looks like the way we are supposed to go. Let's see. Demented frog. Actually, speaking of Power Wash Simulator, you know what? For this bonus stream, we'll switch to it after this. Once we get through this run. Because, like, my roguelike has kind of been satiated for now. My crippling roguelike addiction. Oh! Come on. I know about timed hits. Come on. This is why I like the faster weapons. And I really enjoy poison. Uh-oh. This is a little closer. Might get a little sweaty. Think. Pages? You know what? Since we're going to be recruiting a new person, let's get a small gift. Ooh, and a stone tablet. I think that means we can take on the boss now. This four-eyed freak over here. Not that we're going to. Wink. But we're now closer. And did they even say heretics defeated? I am convinced that they're a fan of this game. Of 40K. I am so convinced. Uh-oh. Who's fighting? Who's fighting and why? Go bed rest cage. Oh. So, I'm actually going to save. This is saved. We're going to quit. Because I'm kind of more in a chatty mood than a playy mood. So let me bring up... I'll answer that in just a moment. Let me bring up Power Wash Sim. A, B, C, D... I know I have it. 1 second here. I have to bring up Steam. Surprised it's not in my games folder, but I do know I have Power Wash Simulator. See? Why are we doing this today? Not too angry about it, but like it is kind of obnoxious. There we go. I mean, I'll fix it later on. So Steam has this weird glitch that pops up every now and then, where like if you have two monitors, instead of going to your main monitor, it'll send all your games to your side monitor, and it is so annoying. And the only real like the solution's easy is that you turn off your side monitor, which then forces it like it fixes the glitch, and then forces it to go on the main monitor again. But it's like, why? Why? Okay. All right. Give it a second. There we are. Oh, and I gotta switch games. So, wink. I have the 40k DLC, or at least I should. That's what I thought. I thought we had it. Megos Pertinax Pius. So to answer your question, Deathrax, what's my go-to 40k army? I don't actually play 40k on tabletop. I tried once, it's not for me. I'm a huge lore nerd, huge fan of the lore, and I'll play video games, 40k video games. So from that aspect, um, I'm a big fan of Zinch, really big fan of like Zinch. Not necessarily Thousand Suns, but just um, I like the whole haha just as planned. Okay. Um, I can't like it's weird because like I'm a fan of Zinch, but I'm not like this huge Chaos fanboy. Nor am I Emperor fanboy. Like I'm not like oh yeah, because like the whole thing's a satire. All right. Yeah, like I admire the work that people do on that stuff. I'm hoping that DK will actually do some because I know he's been doing hand cam streams. I'm hoping that he'll actually do some um 40k painting streams. I think that's probably down the line. Blessings of the Machine Rite initiated. Induction. Tech Priest, I am your superior, Magus Pertinox Pius. It is your sacred duty to cleanse and purge illustrious machines, to pierce their machine spirit, to appease their machine spirit, remove any lingering befoulments. To this end, you are to be stationed at Forge Temple 48759 under the supervisor of Engineer Tyrannos 656 and are located in MK2. Of course, it's the Mark II. Of course. Mark II stuff has a reputation in 40k. Things that are usually Mark II, so 40k's lore is that the older something is, the more valuable and powerful it is. All right. Um, so to kind of help, like, if you're not into 40k, to like kind of understand 40k, is that don't view it as space sci-fi. View it as Arthurian fantasy that just happens to be set in space. It makes a lot more sense that way. If you don't view the Space Marines as Space Marines, but instead as knights, if you don't view like all the swords, the guns, and all that stuff as like swords, as like these swords and guns, but as well, I mean, they're still swords and guns, but as like legendary weapons from, yeah, really, it makes more sense it is in a weird way more fantasy than Warhammer Fantasy. Very weird. I know that's kind of hard to process. Warhammer Fantasy is its own separate thing that I don't know much about. That's really cool, but like the tropes that are utilized in 40K are more traditional um, England, King Arthur fantasy tropes. And then when you look at it that way, everything makes more sense. It's also meant to be a satire. Keep that in mind. Some people lose sight of that, and I get a little concerned, I guess. The Changeling, I'll have to look that up. Yeah, if you want to put in the Discord Deathrax, mm, I love looking at a good 40k model. Your refinement, a mighty Ultramarines land order of Deftus Astartes awaits your attention. While some remain skeptical that a relative novice as yourself should perform rites in such a venerable relic, I am reminded of the words of Archmagus Vulcanilus. The iron once forged becomes a sword. Let us hope that applies to you. But yeah, I'm kind of more in a chatty mood than a playy mood. Okay. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Okay. Oh my, and they're all designed to be 40k stuff? That's, I don't even know where to begin. I don't, like, this is so good. Let's actually, on in-game, us. There we are. Options. Let's make sure we get, I'm gonna turn up le sound. Where's the sound? Audio? There we go. Oh gods, okay. That might have been a little much. I was like, okay, let's turn up the sound, you know? I can't really hear that right now. I know I'm going deaf. Years of working in a warehouse have definitely done their toll. Okay. Okay. We want comfy, not waterboard. Can we get comfy instead of waterboard? Is that an option? A little bit more. I wish there was a test function. I really do. Ah, wait, there's a Tomb Raider? Ooh. Probably would do that. Probably that. Oh, Final Fantasy even? Oh my. Wow. Well, we'll take this one step at a time though. Okay. Uh, Options, audio, and just a little bit. Okay, that's perfect. There we go. That's how we. Oh my goodness. And this is accurate. This is lore accurate. Oh, okay. I'm like, so like by the lore, this would actually be the size that you would be if you were in front of one of these things. Oh, okay. Oh, this is your step stool. Oh my good. They put so much effort into that. They did not have to go this hard. They did not have to go this hard. What? What? Oh, this is so cool. This is my first time playing this. Like, not Power Wash Simulator, but this specifically. And it's like, okay, wow. All right, I'll check it out. Um, let's see, we're an hour. We probably have like a half hour-ish because I do have to get back to bed. We are going to be streaming later on. Okay. We are going to be, but thank you very much, Deathrex. I'll definitely go check it out. So yeah, let's talk. I mentioned this like yesterday if you're here for the Dino stream, and I did actually read some from that Dino book. That is going to be the other thing that we're going to do today in like 12 hours ish. Is for our ASMR for later on today. I'm going to read an entire chapter from that Dino book because I owe it to you guys. All right, but so the 3DO, the ASMR mic with the funny ears, that's been shipped out. Okay, it's gonna get replaced. They got back to me Wednesday. We got everything ready, and we shipped it out today. So that's the good news. Bad news is probably gonna be about like I would wager it's gonna be okay. So that's cleaning liquids, metal cleaner, plastic cleaner, multi-purpose cleaner. Okay, so nozzles. Gotcha, gotcha. Wow. Okay, so that's how I cycle through the nozzles. So yeah, I would wager it's probably going to be about 2 to 3 weeks before it gets back. I probably won't have it for the Chibi debut, which is sad. But yes, it was all covered under warranty. So, because like that's a $500 microphone, and I cannot really afford that. Um, like I try to be transparent with you guys as much as I possibly can, and I think especially because what tends to happen, I mean, it definitely happened to me, is people who watch VTubers and watch streamers get into streaming themselves. That tends to happen. There's a non-zero population who's going to watch my content mixed with other people's content. Because I mean, if I'm your sole inspiration, why, thank you. That's actually really flattering. Thank you, thank you. But a good thing to do is if you are going to get into content creation is don't just look at one streamer, but look at a bunch and take what you like from each. All right, take what you like from each. Um, so I think being transparent about the cost behind VTubing, specifically the cost of doing it at a very high level, very professional manner, because it doesn't have to be expensive. It really does not. You can easily get into VTubing for free with very little amount of work involved. Okay. It's when you want to start doing more custom things. It's when you want to have like the best looking model ever TM and all that stuff. That's when, and when you want to start like really getting creative and really getting expressive, that's when it gets expensive. All right. So, and I think I've stated this before, but one of my goals that I'm working towards, because we're not quite there yet, is to provide you guys with uh, a corporate level experience, but to always maintain being an indie VTuber and to like like I've talked about this, but I want to demonetize my content as much as possible. Um, it's a little ambitious. It's very expensive. It's very expensive. but I'm hoping it works out. Yes, very much so. Deathrax, you're 100% right. So, getting back to how I couldn't replace that microphone, it's the honest truth, is like my chibi model was $600, $700 for the rigging and the artwork. All right. So like that's not something I can replace. No residue from the redacted profane or redacted identity I confirm can be allowed to linger on the. I thought so. This is all Nurgle gunk. I'm pretty sure this stuff is all in. Like this is actually lore compliant too. So, but yeah, I'm pretty much gonna like we're gonna play Power Simulator here, and I'm just gonna talk about what's on my mind, really. Um, I'm in a bit of a talky mood. It's gonna be a way to just kind of wind down, get ready to go back to sleepy. Because I will see you guys all at 2:30 EST. I know we're on ad break right now. I do apologize. I'm gonna get better about taking breaks during ad breaks because I don't want you guys to miss content, and I want to normalize taking breaks too. All right. Just my internal clock um, is a little upset by that. By that, like what works for me break wise, like it's something I have to make an adjustment for. What works for me break wise is like every hour and a half. I'm trying to remember, there's a button that lets you look at. There's a button that lets you look at what still needs to be cleaned, and I do not remember what that button. There it is. Found it. Right? There it is. Okay. Ah, Tzeentch be praised. Here's a good 40k question for you guys. What would each god's followers saying, like, okay, so to kind of illustrate this, um, Korn, all his followers, their like one-liner is always blood for the blood god. Okay, Tzeentch is kind of lesser well known, but Tzeentch's official one-liner is as Tzeentch wills it. Okay, so what would be Nurgle's and Slaanesh's, like their battle cry or like whatever you want to like. I can almost see Nurgle being like "Grandpa loves you," but that's I don't know. Like it fits, but also it's not as pithy as the other two. Whoopapa, 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 oh my, there's quite a bit of dirt. This thing is. They really were crushing heretics. Speaking of, I'm not. This isn't like a promotional thing or anything like that. Just if anyone out there is interested in getting into VTubing, all right, because I know I was kind of talking about that before. Um, DM me on Discord, okay? Aside from like being really good at helping people match their needs and stuff like that, that is something I'm actually really good at. Is like matching people to artists and helping them figure out what they need to do and stuff like that. Um, I have a former friend's VTuber setup that he has quit VTubing. He's fine, by the way. He's doing great. He quit VTubing. He decided that VTubing wasn't for him. So he gave me all of his things. It's pretty much everything you'd need except for a model because he never had a model. Okay? I'm trying to find a really good home for it. Alright, I am trying to find a very good home for it. I'm trying to find someone who would love it and appreciate it, um, who would use it and enjoy it. Because it's a former friend who we had a falling out on. I do have his permission to give it away, by the way. Um, I don't think it's appropriate to use it for like a raffle to sell it or anything like that. I also think it's a real waste to like actually just bin all of that stuff. Um, just because the artist put a lot of time and effort into it. It looks really, really good. The design is really, really good. So that's why I want to find someone who the design really resonates with them. And that's why I want to find someone who'll super appreciate it and love it and use it. So if anyone's looking to get into streaming, anyone in streaming looking into VTubing, go ahead and DM me. Perhaps we can work something out. Okay? And I want to be really clear about like I'm not selling it or anything like that when I say that. I mean, like I want to make sure that whoever I give it to, I don't want someone who's just going to snatch grab and go sell it. And I don't want someone who's going to take it and then who is going to use it for all of 2 or 3 months and then decide, okay, this isn't for me. I want someone like this. They're passionate about VTubing. They're passionate about streaming. This would be like my ideal candidate. Someone who's like passionate about VTubing, passionate about streaming, is already streaming, so I can already see what they're doing. And then, shunk, sorry, looking at all these grimy details, stupid ultramarines. But someone who's already passionate about VTubing, already streaming, so I can look at their streams, see what they're doing. Um, prefers male models or has no qualms with male models, and plays hunting slash shooting games. That would be kind of like the most ideal candidate, and who wouldn't otherwise be able to afford this stuff, because it is a lot of very nice, very expensive things. I'm not going to list out what it is, because one of my fears again is if I like leak out like what I have of like what he gave me, like everything he gave me of his, that someone will come by, and even the cost behind it, because I know what the cost is. Someone will come by and they'll snatch it up for resale. Um, because like once I give it away, like I'm washing my hands of it. So like, well, right now I own the rights to it, and I do have that in paper, and I'll provide paperwork for that. Um, upon giving, upon giving it. Um, once I give it away, I will no longer own the rights to it, which means I'll no longer be able to control what happens. And it just feels like a gross disservice. Like, yes, we're not friends anymore, but it feels like a gross disservice just to see all this stuff um, just get taken and peddled because someone else doesn't have that emotional connection, someone else doesn't see why, they just see a quick buck. That to me feels wrong. I don't know, have you guys ever been in situations like that where it's like you had a friendship end on a bad term, or and like you still have um, and you have some of their stuff and you have their permission to do whatever you want with their stuff, and it still just feels wrong to like sell it, to like use it for like your own personal gain. I'm kind of wondering what sort of experiences my pages have had, because like that's feels wrong to me. metal cleaner on this. Probably go a little faster. Already looks shinier. Come on. I want to hear the ding sound of it being totally clean. We are getting in there. Yeah. That's good. That is typically how most friendships end. There we go. There we go. Really getting close up for this gunk. There we go. Really gotta get close in for it. Yeah, this game is just super soothing. You know what I'll do? I'll actually put on the super secret ASMR music. You guys should be able to hear that. And while the music's playing... Ooh, that model is gorgeous! I just had to... Oh my goodness, that artwork, the Changeling model. Ooh. Ooh. That's really pretty. That's really, really pretty. Yes. So, funny story. A few hours ago, I was in DK Diamente's stream, which if you don't know him, we have rated him a few times. I believe Deathrex follows him as well. I'm pretty sure I've seen you there, Deathrex. I'm pretty sure. Heck, I think you even came from there. Oh well. Highly recommend him. He's a co-host to a really successful Warhammer 40k podcast. Yeah, my Brian does not want a Brian right now. It's just, it's here. It's here. Um, he's the co-host to a really successful 40k podcast. Okay. Um, so I recommended this music to him because he's been looking for music to like play while he's been doing his hand cam streams. So I recommend this music to him because it's copyright free, it's ad free. All right. And within 30 minutes, he was screaming at me, going, "Rune, what have you done? What have you done?" Because this music does have this special quality to it that if you like, it's really calming, it's really soothing, but it also just makes you want to talk, and it makes you just want to talk about things. So like, within 30 minutes, he had revealed pretty much everything but his social security number. It was great. It was great. And it was just like, oh my goodness. Probably the last time you'll ever let me get away with recommending music for stream. Probably. My goodness, this Land Raider. This Land Raider has seen some Nurgle filth. This is what makes me think that this is actually canon. That this is post Gilliman's revival. So G-Man is actually one of the Primarchs. Primarchs are these legendary mythical beings. They're basically demigods, etc., etc. And like, so in current 40k lore, originally they were always meant to be just these legend, this background, like this background mythology. They weren't meant to be this serious thing. But then rewind 20 years ago, and Warhammer 30k happened, which was originally meant to be a small background series to explain how 40k exists. Alright, and explain one of the biggest events in 40k. But what happened was, yep, yeah, 30k was demigod soap opera, 100%. But what happened is 30k became way more popular than what Games Workshop ever expected. Alright? Like, to the point where they actually made model lines and, like, really put a serious investment in it. So fast forward 20 years, what was supposed to be a 4-book series became a 30 to 40 plus book series. That featured these legendary mythical demigods. So now, originally in 40k, the intent was that all these demigods were supposed to be dead, gone, or otherwise just unaccessible. 40k originally as a setting was supposed to be like post-apocalypse, all the heroes are gone. Darkest, like, on the doomsday clock where midnight ends, the darkest hour where midnight is everyone's death. Like midnight is everything. Is the apocalypse. Everyone's gone, dead, whatever. 40k set at 12:30. That was the original intent of the series. Okay. So you rewind. So fast forward now after the demigod soap opera that was 30k. Okay. All the demigods are really popular. That they're even retconning some of the canonical deaths of some, so that way they can eventually bring them back in 40k. And the first one to come back was I can never really say his name. It's like Robert Guliman. I just call him Bobby G. I just call him Bobby G. That's his nickname, is Bobby G. It's like this weird. It's this French spelling of Robert. Okay. Who is the leader of the Ultramarines, which is the tank that we're standing on. That's who it belongs to. And Bobby G came back and was almost immediately opposed by Father Nurgle. All right, by Papa Nurgle, who devised this plan to try to eradicate him. Almost worked too, but that's what makes me think that what we're doing right now, is actually part of the canon of 40k. Okay, because there was a huge moment, because again, Papa Nurgle is the god of plagues, disease, and filth. All right, there was this huge moment after fighting his armies where like they had to dedicate worlds, entire worlds, to just decontamination of everything. Machines that could be saved, they were decontaminated. Machines that couldn't be, they were decommissioned and destroyed. It was a toss-up on people. Some people were decontaminated. Other people were decontaminated via lava. So, like, yeah. Data recording. Pilot. On our way to reinforce the fleet Secundus. Oh my goodness, it is. We're diverted to a distress signal from the planet. Withheld strategic azimuth. Yeah. I don't know. 40K is a very over the top. It's a very fun setting. Imperial forces stationed there claim they have detected the presence of a restricted artifact H-class before encountering the redacted heretical. So yeah, this makes me think that this is actually canon, which is actually really cool. That they put this much effort into it. The value of redacted classified item could be of extreme significance. Now I'm gonna laugh if they have us like clean Bobby G's toilet. All right, I'm just gonna throw this out there, okay? And sure, clip me, whatever. Okay, Bobby G, while being made of warp stuff, is still human. He's a 9 foot tall demigod, okay? But he's still human, alright? Which means he still needs to eat. And he is shown eating, by the way. He is shown eating and drinking. But that also means that if he needs to eat, he needs to poop. And I'm gonna just toss this out there, but like he probably takes extra huge shits. All right, just on the daily, just like there, because like he has to eat more food because he's 9 feet tall, but also just because he's that big, because he has to eat that much more, he's gonna produce more. All right, so I'm guessing that his toilet is something gnarly, especially after dealing with Nurgle. Especially after dealing with Nurgle, I don't care if you're the Emperor's favorite son. Probably. I'm just throwing that out there. Like, he probably has his own toilet just to accommodate for his size. All right. We would hope that's the case. Knowing 40K, it's recycled into a nutrient paste. Which I know that seems very disturbing, but 40K is a setting that has something called corpse starch. It's exactly what's on the tin. They are very efficient. We'll say that. Let's see. I think a mod I might get, because there's probably one out there, is where it just leaves this on, because this is just too helpful. Multi-purpose cleaner, plastic cleaner. Yep, we definitely need metal cleaner. We're getting there. It's just this stuff is stubborn. Oh my goodness, here's a funny thought for you. Power wash speedruns. They probably exist. I'm just really like I'm gonna look that up after stream. Is power wash speedruns. But yeah, right now we're just chilling. Is there a save function? We are kind of getting to like where I wanted to end stream. So I was hoping we could finish this whole thing, but I'm seeing if there happens to be a save function. Or is it gonna say ooh, that's a hot take. So am I for or against Primarchs and 40k? I'm actually for them. All right. Um, when done correctly. I think Bobby G, first off, they need to be done correctly. Second off, they need to be done sparingly. I think Bobby G, his introduction, everything about him was perfect. All right. Sure, like how they woke him up and all that stuff, that was a little far-fetched, being honest. Um, but that's okay. Like the setting's over the top. But like that reality of him waking up to the nightmare that is 40k, knowing for certain that his father, the God Emperor, would never want this, and also knowing that there is absolutely nothing he can do because if he tries, it's going to start another heresy. That deeply humanizes him. And instead of being these demigods, they make him way more way more relatable. Perhaps everyone finds themselves in dilemmas like that. Not necessarily in that grand of a scale, but knowing that you have to do something, but also knowing that whatever option you pick, there are no good options because the situation is just that bad. That'll happen to everyone in their life at least once. And that, I think, is good writing. And I think how they handled that was really good. I haven't really. I don't know much about how the lion. Like, we're still. The lion story, after waking up, is still unfolding. I'm not really a fan of bringing all of them back. I think there is a line. Also, I think they really have to pick their Primarchs. As much as people like Russ of the Space Wolves, I don't think he should come back. Not for a little bit. Yeah, I think so too. I think like the original setting was supposed to be this post-myth setting, and the Primarchs were supposed to be like these the Chaos Primarchs were supposed to be these big bads. Okay, um, that was indication. Like if one showed up, there's the indication that things have really gone bad. Um, but as for Primarchs being in 40k overall, I support it. I support it. hmm I'll have to look into that. I'm kind of curious what the old models might have looked like. And like, I really think Khan should be the next one back. I really think in order to really keep the story kind of, like a Primarch returning is always going to be interesting, but I think the Primarchs that come back should be very selective. Yeah, a lot of the 90s stuff is kind of hilariously bad like that. It really is. Um, they should be very selective though. They should choose Primarchs that aren't going to get along, and I think that's going to make things way more interesting. With that said, oh my god, that is hilariously bad. Let's find someone to raid. Let's see who there is. I was looking at Power Wash Simulator. Uh, if not, we can always go raid some ASMR streamers. So, let's see. And while we're here, since I'm already have the interwebs open, 94 epic scale. 40k chaos primarchs. Oh, wow. They are bad. They are, wow. Okay, this is actually worth putting on. This is actually worth, like, you guys are gonna get like an extra 5 minutes of reaction content out of me. I am tired and ready to go back to sleep. So, not the hand cam. Let me open image in new tab. Okay, but that's not what I said. Okay. Open the image, not Reddit. Alrighties, I'll see if we can get things to cooperate here. Disable. Are we gonna... There we go. There you guys go. I don't... Wow. 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 Of course. Just... It showed briefly, but like it's bad. So these are what the current models are, pretty much. There might be some updates and things, but these are the current ones. And like this is what they were early 90s. Morty is just a literal Grim Reaper. Wow. Angrins doesn't bother me as much. It really doesn't, because like Angren has always just been a giant demon. A fun lore fact. So during the heresy, he was picking up guardsmen, and like there is, I'll see if I can find it. I'll actually read it out loud real quick. There's an excerpt from one of the books where he eats a guardsman, and it goes oh, so hard. It goes ridiculously hard. Um, oh wow. Yeah, these are just bad. Like Magnus is, they did him dirty. Ah, it doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me that Kurz was. Okay, I'll find it real quick. 40k lore, Angren. Nope. I'll see if I can find it like super quick. Angren is also the most tragic. Oh, I gotta be careful. This is Grim Dank. So like, I want 40k lore. I'll see if I can find it super fast. Um, just because I want to read it, because like it goes so hard. Okay. Of course, when I'm not looking for it, I can find it instantaneously, but when I'm looking for it. So, my bed is like 10 feet away from my computer. So what I do is I zoom in on Reddit when I'm getting ready to go to bed, when I'm trying to fall asleep, and I just read 40k lore. Uh, okay. We'll give it one more go, and then... Hmm. Oh my goodness. I don't know why. Well, I'll find it, and we'll do that as part of our ASMR later on. Is I'll find the excerpt, but in short, um, he eats a guardsman, and because of his warp-infused physiology, um, Angren, like that guardsman does not die. The excerpt goes hard as it's very graphic. It is very graphic, but it is whoa. Yeah. Yeah. It shows how 40k can get into horror, which is kind of cool. It's a cool but graphic excerpt. Legion is a great 40. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. Meanwhile, let's find someone to go say hi to. Oh, Delphi's on. Okay, that works for me. Alright, folks, I will be back later on tonight. Okay, I'm gonna go sleep. 2:30 EST. I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back. Okay? So, all of you, stay good, stay kind. We'll keep that in mind, Deathrax. Thank you. And, until next time, let's go say hi to Delphi.